Stop assuming that drawing is enough. Specifications do not fail, misunderstandings do. Hello, I am Rahul Agarwal from Prestech Forgings and Engineering Private Limited. And if you are sourcing from India or anywhere cross border, the difference between a peaceful weekend and a 2 a.m. escalation is not tolerance on a print. It is the clarity of intent. Your fantasy is simple. First time right parts, zero drama, and a supplier who just gets it. And let's make that real for you. I know about your day. Multiple RFQs, urgent cost cutdowns, PPAP timelines, and a production planner breathing down your neck. You are balancing landed cost, lead time, and risk. And when you buy from India, you are also managing time zones, cultural nuances, and holiday calendars. Everyone says yes, but do they mean the same yes you mean? In the rush, we ship the drawing, a PDF of the specification, maybe a sample photo, and hope the supplier reads our mind. Then 6 weeks later, the first article arrives, and suddenly we are debating edge break versus chamfer, functional datum versus drawing datum, or grain flow versus machining convenience. Sounds familiar? The root cause is not bad suppliers or careless buyers. It is invisible gaps, intent versus interpretation. You design for performance, the supplier optimizes it for manufacturability. Both are right until one day when they collide. Document stack mismatch. Your team uses PPAP APQP language. The shop floor in another country may follow internal check sheets and tribal knowledge. Tolerance versus process capability. Tight numbers on a drawing do not guarantee stable output if the process window is narrow and unspoken. Unstated red lines like heat treatment case depth, corner ready after short blasting, or surface after forging scale. Often critical, rarely explicit. Communication lag. One unclear email becomes 10 days of delay in a cross-border loop. Emotionally, this creates fear. Will this supplier embarrass me? So we add more controls, more emails, more samples. Ironically, that increases noise and not clarity. Here is the truth. Most quality escapes and delays come from interface failure, not factory failure. In my audits, well over half of non-conformities trace back to unclear requirements, missing boundary samples, undefined inspection method, or different datum schemes. Lead time variability often comes from decision latency, not machine time. Every unanswered technical doubt adds delay. Cost blowouts happen when manufacturability is discussed after the purchase order and not before. Sourcing from India can be highly reliable and cost effective, but reliability is engineered, not assumed. The best results come when you design the collaboration, not just the component. Use the handshake framework before you cut the metal. It is a one-page alignment tool. H. Human intent. One line that states what good looks like in service. Example, this yoke must survive torsional shock without micro crack initiation at times. A. Assumptions. List what each side is assuming. Material melt practice, lubricants, short blasting media, fixture references. N. Non-negotiables, your red lines. Heat treatment window, grain flow direction, minimum fillet ready, corrosion limits, and packaging. D. Data plan. What to measure, how to measure, with which gauge, and where on the part. Agree on datums, sampling, and MSA if needed. S. samples. Physical boundary samples are macro photos with callouts for acceptable and non-acceptable. H. Handoff cadence. Who speaks to whom, how fast, and through which channel. Set a 24-hour doubt clarification SLA during NPI. A. Approval ladder. What needs prior approval? Tool design changes, process deviation, and our alternate steel grades. K. Knowledge capture. Put trial learnings into a controlled sheet. No lesson should live only in emails. Now, E. Escalation path. If something changes or drifts, what is the 48-hour action plan? Containment, sorting, replace, and communicate. Do this once and you cut 50% of the noise. Do it every time and you build trust that travels across time zones. A European agri-equipment maker shows their forged and machined bracket. The first articles looked perfect on drawing but cracked during torque testing. The drawing specified a radius of R3 max. The supplier made sharp corners to meet the max. The intent, however, was smooth fillets to protect grain flow. We implemented handshake. We added a simple line, no sharp transitions. Maintain continuous fillet to preserve grain flow. Attached boundary photos. Set the inspection method at the fillet and align the heat treatment. Next lot, zero cracks, stable PPAP, and a calmer Monday for everyone. The big idea: stop drowning in documents and start aligning on intent. Drawings define geometry, handshakes define success. When you buy from India or anywhere, do not ask, did you read the specification? Ask, do we share the same picture of success? Your mindset shift. Engineer the interface and not just the part. You will sleep better, spend less, and protect your brand. Reflect on this. Where in your last 3 supplier issues was the misunderstanding born? In the drawing, is the measurement method or the assumptions? I would love to hear from you. What is the one silent assumption in your sourcing process that has bitten you before, and how will you make it explicit next time? Share your story. It will help someone else avoid a 2 a.m. escalation.